Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel CyberXPopsy. In this video, we're gonna cover Advent of Cyber 2025 Day 10, which where we're gonna do about SOC Alert Triaging Tinsel Triage room. So let's step onto the room and see what's inside. So after joining to this room, you can see we need to investigate and triage alerts through Microsoft Sentinel. So there are two videos as walkthrough videos, and there are five tasks. So I'll go through briefly in task one, which is all about the introduction. We need to understand the importance of alert triage and prioritization, and explore this Microsoft Sentinel to review and analyze the alerts. And lastly, we need to correlate logs to identify real activities and determine the alert verdicts. So as usual, in every room, we need to connect to the attack box if it is required. However, we using a cloud, that is Microsoft Azure. They have given some username and temporary accesses. So if you click on Microsoft Azure portal, and you should be able to see, since I have already logged in, I think it might not ask. However, if you click on this, you can see you can choose any one passport and click on Microsoft Sentinel. You should be able to see like this home, and you should see able to like this. If you click on this Microsoft Sentinel, and we'll go through the next step, which is alert triaging primer. MuxKitty notified it's raining alerts. Something is unusual happening with the Azure tenant. The dashboards are lighting up with suspicious activities. Early sign detect from possibly from evil bunnies. That best festival company must face to act to survive onslaught before it affects the entire season's operations. Okay, basically what we need to do is we're gonna go over here and we'll click anything of this, and we should be able to see this uh, menu bar which contains logs, incidents, and general overview. Let's go to the logs, and if you click, there are you should be not able, if you are not able to see anything, then we're gonna go to the tables, custom logs, system log, and in the last 24 hours, if you're not able to see, you can change it to last 48 hours. You should able to see some logs. Yeah, we should, as you can see, there is a time generated. Let me go through this once, pull it out. So you can see time generated, timestamp, host, program followed by PID, and severity and facility, and lastly with message and tags. Okay, that's all the main thing. So no matter what kind of any triage, we'll mainly consider four factors. One is severity, how bad it is, and secondly about the time when it happened, and the context is like where the attack cycle happened, and lastly it's all about the impact, what and who is impacted. And you can go through this room and all read all this information, diving deeper into an analyte. So you can check this one, and there is nothing to do with the task 2. And task 3 is all about the environment setup. We have already did, we have checked the logs, and these are the things. So you need to click on this, and we need to, in the task 4, we're gonna dig deeper into the incidents and check about the severity levels, and we'll start performing the activities whatever they ask. So again, once again, it depends upon the login ID. With you log in with Azure account, it may show different type of incidents. Let's go to the incidents first. Microsoft Sentinel, and I'll close this. We'll go to the incidents, and if it shows like this, just click the refresh. Here we go. You can see there are 890 incidents, and the severity of high 554 and medium 336 and low. The number might be different in your account when you log in your screen. So sorry, not this one. So as you can see, you can check all these questions. If you want to, for example, if you want to go any detail, click on this, and you can see the evidence and last time updated and the creation time, and you can also see the entities and tactics and techniques. And if you want to dig deep into the entities, you can click on view, and it will show all the entities. For this, I think it's only the host is the mainly thing, and you can also see the incident timeline and what kind of tactic it is. It is a privilege escalation, abuse evaluation, and control mechanism. So you can dig deeper into each and every incident and to find out the entities and behavior. And yeah, you can analyze if there is any suspicious activity at what time of privilege escalation happened. So it's the same thing. You can see, you can, yeah, and also I can see here a similar incident. So you can see a similar instance for this. It could be a different. You can see polykit exploit attempt, and yeah, based on this, it will show a similar incident. So if you go to the exact one, you should able to see all this root SSH, SUID discovery and kernel mode insertion. But however, we pick the random one, so that could be the reason it's showing a different one. All it's all showing about Linux privilege escalation polykit exploit attempt. And that's all for this theory. Let's go to the practical. How many entities are affected by Linux privilege escalation polykit exploit attempt? So we'll copy this, Control C, and I think we did the same thing, and we'll go to the incidents however, and we'll click and Control V and enter. You should able to see one, and we can click one, and it was asking how many entities are affected. As you can see, the entities are 10, and the answer should be 10, and yeah, that's it. And it's asking what is the severity of the Linux privilege escalation sudo shadow alert. So we're gonna copy this, sudo Control C, and we're gonna same did the same thing, Control V. Yeah, you can pick any one of them. It's asking the severity. So for this, it's all are high, so I reckon it should be high, the severity as well. So the answer should be high, and click and correct. And lastly, how many accounts were added to the sudoers group in the Linux privilege escalation user added to the sudo group alert? So we're gonna copy this again and okay, hold on, and this again. Yeah, we should able to see. As you can see, there are 15 entities, but we can't guarantee exactly whether it is 15 or not. So we'll go into the dig deeper. And as you can see, there are different entities. It says type all. We just make sure to uncheck all and check the account type. And we'll see, we can see mainly 4 accounts. One is service account, alice, backpack user, and deploy account. So answer should be 4. And check. Nice, we did it. And we're going to the task 5, which is diving deeper into the logs. With the initial triage as complete, now MaxKitty now examines the raw evidence behind these alerts. The next task involving diving into the underlying log data within the Microsoft Sentinel within validates the results. So we're gonna go to the Linux kernel module insertion and we'll search and enter, and we're gonna pick one. And as you can see, there are 3 events. Let's go and analyze these logs step by step, and we'll go down, and it is asking what is the name of the kernel module installed in the web server 01. So let's go over here, and if you want you can move into the kernel mode anywhere. So the first one is, I'm gonna run this and we'll see what will happen. Go. Okay, now we got this one. So we're gonna see the message. So the module name is malicious. Yeah, this is the one. Copy the value, and go to the TryHackMe and we'll paste that one. Yeah, this should be the answer. So it is asking what is the unusual command executed within the web server by the ops user. Okay, we'll go this, and now we'll page webs ser 01 and message as ops, right? OP, is it OPS? Let me check. Yeah, let's see. I hope it should execute. Why it doesn't execute? That's the question. Mic testing 1 2 3. Hey, we are in task deep 5. So in order to do this question, we're gonna go into the logs and we need to make sure the query has to have the same date time. So we'll do the questions one by one. So it is asking what is the name. We did this all this question, so we'll find out what is the unusual command executed in the web server user, and the user is ops. So we'll copy the web server and we'll paste, type here web 01. I'm not sure whether is it the one. Yeah, it is no e inside, and we'll execute and message has ops user, and let's see, we should able to execute now. This is not equals, it is hyphen. Just be careful while writing queries, has to be exact. Yeah, we can see, and the answer what the command he executed is bin bash followed by IP address under the port 444. And we'll move to the next question. What is the source of IP address of the first successful SSH login to the storage? So we need to check out the storage. Again, storage -01, and the message you can put login if you want. Login. Let's see whether this query will result the answer. Okay, we will cut the message and we'll see. It's all about trial and error method. Yeah, we got, and now what we're gonna do is SSH, as you can see. And the first login ID would be 172.16.0.12, and that's my answer. And what is the external source of IP that successfully logged in as root to app01? So we'll go to the app01 and run. Yeah, we should able to get, however, this is the one, I guess. Yep, you can see this is the root IP, accepted password from root. So this could be the answer. Yep. And last question is, aside from the backup user, okay, what is the username added into the sudo groups inside the app01? So we are already in the app01. So now we need to use sudoers. So sudo, let's see, sudo ers, let's let's see how many are there. We didn't have nothing, so maybe we can type user. That could be more sense if you are not confused with a lot of results. And you can see apart from backup user, so we already have the backup user, and now the other user added to the sudo is deploy, and the answer is deploy. That's it. So we have finally solved this question, 5 questions. I know this is my first time I'm using the Sentinel, and I did my best. And that's all for this video. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care. Signing off, CyberXPopsy. Happy hacking.